Good evening, everyone. Shall we start? So, first of all, uh, welcome to Joy of Computing using Python live problem solving session, week 7. I am Vikas Pandey, a PhD scholar in IDRP Space Science and Technology at IIT Jodhpur. Okay. So, this is a brief about me. Uh, you already know the classroom code, the link to join every day, every week, Tuesday, 6 to 7 p.m. And this is the YouTube channel link where you will find all the class recordings. Okay. So before moving to any question, let me ask you: do you have any specific doubt regarding uh, anything taught in this week? You can ask. Am I audible? If I am not audible, kindly say. Like if I am audible, someone can unmute.
Yeah,
And
audible. You are audible. Fine.
okay, okay. So I assume there are no doubts. So let's move forward. Okay, that YouTube link is already available in the NPTEL classroom, so you need not worry. I will even when the class ends, I will post that in the chat also, not an issue. Okay, so let's start with question one. And as usual, I expect every one of you to be responding because this whole session is about responding, like interaction, not just me speak something. Okay. So, you must have heard about CSV files. When we talk about some data, generally in Python we take in CSV files. Okay. So, can anyone tell how are they separated? And I will, yeah, commas. Very good. Commas. And the name itself, CSV, is comma separated values. Okay. Comma separated values. And remember, I cannot see messages while taking the class. So, you are welcome to unmute yourself and speak up. Okay. Wherever you have a doubt, please be free. Yeah. Okay. So commas will be the correct answer. Moving forward to the second question. This is something about a function. Okay. A function called spiral. We have to find out what will be the output of this code. Okay. So first, let's go to the main program, which is starting at line 27. So we are creating a matrix, okay, matrix which is containing, actually, when we have one square bracket and inside another, so it is like a two-dimensional list. So one list inside another. So it is a two-dimensional list. Using a two-dimensional list, we are creating matrix. Okay. So we have values 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. And we are defining that there are 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay. And then we are giving it to the function spiral with the values of row, column, and the matrix itself. Okay. Now what is happening inside this function? Can anyone try to explain or understand what is there? Then we can discuss. Hello. Let me ask someone. Okay. Amrendra Kumar, can you try to explain it? Or let's discuss one by one what is happening here. Okay. So, help. Am I audible? No response. Please speak up. I cannot see the messages. Okay. Yeah, Bharat. Okay, fine. Uh, so first
Can
we
I
are,
tell?
yeah, please.
Yeah, okay. So I will try to go as far as I understood, then you can continue, I think.
Yeah,
So
sure.
in this function, we are taking the row value and the column value, and
Yeah,
we are sending the array, right?
yeah,
So once you enter that particular function, we are assigning row start equal to 0, column start equal to 0. So then in the while loop, we are checking whether we are within the bounds of the matrix or not.
okay.
So because we are going to increment that row start by row start plus 1 later at the end of the while loop,
So,
towards the
yeah,
end of the while loop, we are doing that. So we are checking whether we are within the bounds of the matrix so that we can enter the while loop. So for the first time, the row start is 0, column start also is 0, so that condition is valid. So 0
yes,
less than 3, 0 less than 3.
yes,
So the AND condition. So it is logic 1 and logic 1. So finally it is logic 1. Output is 1. So while 1. So it will
yes,
go into the while loop.
yes,
Now inside the while loop, for I in range row start comma row. So row start is 0 and row is 3 now. Okay.
yes,
So we are so it is within the range. So it will enter into the for loop, the first for loop. So
yes,
there you
very
are
well.
printing array I column start. Okay.
Yeah,
And then at the end you are putting a space. So what it will
yeah,
do now is array I is nothing but 0 now because that is
yes,
row start. So
yes,
array 0, that means the first row, and then
yes,
the column start is again 0.
yes.
Okay, so that means the matrix 0 comma 0, the first value will get printed.
Get printed. Yes, very good.
Yeah. And then next time again this I will get incremented.
Hmm.
So it will go to the second I will become now 1.
Hmm.
Okay, so again it will come to the print. So again in the print you are now telling array 2, array 1,
Hmm.
that I is 1 now. So array of 1 and then column start is still 0 only.
Hmm.
So it is now going to print 1 comma 0 value.
Yes,
Means row 1 column 0. Row 1 column 0 means it is number 5. That means we
yes.
are printing number 5 now. Earlier
Five,
it
nine,
printed number 1. Now
one,
it is printing 5.
five. So
Again,
second row, first,
yeah.
first element here.
I think it seems like it is printing the transpose, it looks like, ultimately. Because
Okay.
now we are doing the column wise reading. Okay. So, okay, anyhow, let me not guess totally. So
Hmm.
that's how we are doing that in that first for loop. Okay.
Hmm.
So that means in the first for loop, it will print 159. That's all. And then it will come out of that particular for loop, the first for
Low.
loop.
Yes,
Then in the next, we are saying column start equal to column start plus 1. So now
yes,
the column start has become 1 now.
yes,
Now it is entering again into the for loop, the second for loop.
yes,
Here we are saying column start comma column. So column start is now having one value 1.
yes,
So 1 comma 3. So now okay, now I is in the range 1 comma 3. Now it is telling a print array of row minus 1.
yes.
Row is earlier, see, we came out of the first for loop when the row became a value
Three,
3. Okay,
three.
so the row is
Not
having
three, two. Two actually. Yeah. Like
uh,
the value
0
of
1.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. 0 1 2. Up to 0 1 2, it was working. When
Yeah.
it will come out when it becomes 3, right?
Yeah. But row is constant here because row is row is not
Yeah.
being
Sorry,
changed.
sorry.
Row,
Yeah.
yeah, row is
Yeah.
there.
Row is 3. Yeah. Okay. Right. Fine. Yes. Yeah. Row is the fixed. Yeah. Okay. So row value is 3. No, that's what I'm saying. Row value
Yeah.
fixed value and it is 3. Okay.
Three minus
So
one.
yeah. So array of 3 minus 1, that is 2,
So
and then I is there, but I is nothing but column start, that is 1. So now
one.
it is something like array of 2 comma 1. Array
Yeah.
2 comma 1. So 2 1 means second row first column.
Yeah.
So it is going to print the number 2. Okay.
Number
No,
two.
sorry, 10. Sorry, 10. It is row 2, right?
Uh,
2 comma
it
I.
will
2
go
comma I.
to.
It
It
will
will
be
go
6.
to. It will go to row three because remember we use index from 0, 1,
Hmm.
2. So when index is 2, it will actually print the third
Go to the,
list.
yeah. So that means the
Yeah.
10, number 10, it will print the number
Number
10.
number
Number
9.
10.
9 because I is still 0.
I is 0. Huh? Why
0.
I is 0? Column start has become 1, no? Earlier.
No, column start is 0 because on the top you see it
Hmm.
is still 0. Okay. Here
0,
column start.
no, 0 plus
Yeah.
1 we have made, no?
Yeah.
Column start equal to column start plus
Column
1.
plus
So
1. Yeah.
it has
So it
become 1
becomes
now. So it will print 10 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to print 10.
10.
Okay. Then yeah, next okay, it will give some space. Then we are doing row minus 1. So row equal to row minus. No. It is still in the for loop only. In the for loop, now it will become column start will become 2 now. So it is again it will come down. So row minus 1 is still 2. So and then I is now uh, I is now yeah I is now earlier it was 1 earlier now it is 2. So it is like a 2 comma 2. Okay. So 2 comma 2 means it will print 6. It has to print
Not 6, it is 11.
2 comma 2, no? Yeah. Okay, because the index is 0. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, right.
0, 1, 2, you know.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, thanks for correcting. Yeah. Okay, so it will print 11. Okay. So I think that's how the process will go on. Right?
Yeah. So
okay, let me stop now.
Yeah. So ideally, what it is doing is that it is creating a spiral like this. It is going up and then going till the last. Okay. Anyone else who didn't understand? Actually, here you will have to go one step at a time, see, because there will be a lot of confusion. What is the value of what? Okay. So you'll have to see it one step at a time. Then only you will be able to understand. Okay. So what I am able to understand is that it will go like this, spiral. Okay. First one, two, like that. First row, first column, second row, first column, third row, first column, then third row, second column, third row, fourth column, and then again like this. Okay. So let's check this whether it is doing it or not. Okay. Okay. So my screen is visible. So we have this code. I have written the same code here. Okay. And I have entered the same values, and then let's check. Even we can try with some other values. It should work very well. We see the output is 159, then 7, 3, 2, 6. Just like we expected, a spiral one. If I change some values, or like if I put here something like let's put something like 7. 7 is already. I think. Okay, I'm putting 23 to just validate that we are doing it right. Okay, let's run this. So in this case also you see 1, 45, 9, 10, 11, 7, 3, 23, 6. So what will be the correct answer in our case? What will be the correct answer?
So third one.
Third one,
9,
yeah.
10, 11, that, yeah.
Yeah, that will be the correct answer. So now moving forward, before going to the next question, I have something like you have studied about turtle library, right? But that turtle library, what we were using there in the course, is mostly related to, like, we are running it on Spider, Anaconda, and Spider ID. But the problem is that here we are mostly using Colab or Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so in Colab or Jupyter Notebook, there is a different turtle, like to import, and some uh, small things are different. So I will tell you the difference so that you can use easily on the Spider ID as well as Google Colab. Okay. So to start with, you have to install, like in normal Python, the turtle library comes along with your distribution. So you just have to import turtle. But in this case, where you are using Colab, you have to install it. So just open any like in any code block, you have to write this exclamation mark pip3 install Colab turtle. Okay, this will be valid wherever you have to use turtle. First, you will have to run this, and then after you can turtle on your Colab. Okay, on desktop, turtle gets installed by Python by default. Okay, so you will see such console. It will download and do it not on your computer, actually on the server itself. Okay, got it? Any one of you have tried running turtle on Google Colab and faced some difficulty? Okay, so this is the first step we have to do. I have already done it, I think. Yeah, in my Colab, I have already done it. I install it again. Since I have connected it again, I think it will need to be done again. Okay, so it will install. It will download and install it. Okay, done. So now next thing is that there are some basic difference. Like in case of desktop, uh, like in case of Spider ID or others, we directly say import turtle. Okay, but here it will have a bit different syntax. Like from Colab turtle, import turtle. It will be like this from Colab turtle, since the library itself is a bit different. Colab turtle. Okay, and we define it simply s equals to turtle instead of using s, s dot turtle or s equals to turtle dot turtle, like in case of, yeah, something like turtle dot turtle is used in normal. Here we simply have to write equals to turtle, and one important thing here is that here it remembers the position where it was left. So if you have not run it before, not an issue. But if you are running it after running one program, then you are running another program, then it will lose track of its position and it will start from there only wherever it was left. Not lose track, it will remain there. Okay. So we have to use s dot initialize dot, like s will be the name of the object, whatever s, x, y, pen, anything. Okay, and then rest things are very similar. And one thing like turtle dot done is not used here. It, you can directly stop here. Okay. So any confusion till here?
No, sir.
Okay. So here I have made a small program. Like you already know that I am creating a turtle s, initializing it. Here the initialization makes it go to the 0 center. Center is center of the screen. Okay, and then for x in range 4, so I am repeating it 4 times. S dot forward 100, so we are moving it 100 pixels in forward direction. Then S dot right, that is we are changing. So remember here S dot forward, when we are going forward or backward, the value is in pixels. When we are turning like right, left, these things, the value is in angles like degrees. Okay, so it will nicely create a rectangle. Let's see, you see. And here one more difference, the turtle actually looks like a turtle here. It will not be something like arrow. In case of like we can change here using the shape function and all. Okay, so it can make a rectangle. Similarly, what I have done is that this turtle looking turtle is not that very good. So I have used another command, hide turtle, to make this star this time. Okay. So it just goes there and then it hides. See, in this case, both of them were having different names, S and A. Okay. Then next, when we will come to the next question, you will understand why I have why actually initialized turtle was not even needed, but in some cases initialized turtle will be needed. I will show you. Okay. So moving forward, these two I have shown you. Now let's come to this question, question 3. It is not. Yeah. So what will be the output of the following code? I have written both the versions, the one that can be used in the Spider ID and the one that can be used in Google Call. Okay. So can anyone guess what will be the output of this? Please don't be shy. You are not being penalized for like saying anything wrong or yeah. Please speak up.
Equilateral triangle, sir. My guess.
Okay. Why equilateral triangle?
60, then it is forwarded by like forward 60, 120, 120, 120. So basically 60 angle, I'm guessing actually between each one, sir. So hence it is a equilateral.
Equilateral triangle. Okay. Let's see. I also guess it should be equilateral triangle. Anyone else who thinks it will be right angle triangle, isosceles triangle? Anyone? Okay, let's check. Okay. So ID version will not run here. Okay. Okay. Krishna, uh, you say it will be scalene triangle. Why? Why you think it will be scalene triangle?
Uh, Actually, I didn't know the right answer. I'm just thinking that scaling triangle would be the right.
See, the thing is that here we expect logic, right? Whenever we will be doing coding or programming, we generally go by logic because ideally you can think that we are going to teach someone who does not know anything. Okay, so we have to be smart and logical. Okay, we cannot do guesswork. That thing is left onto the computer. Okay, so there, even if it is wrong, not an issue, but there should be a logic behind your answer. Okay, so anyone else
Yes, sir.
who differs from this value or who have a logic that why it should be different? Okay, so let's check. Okay, this is ID version. We will be running this once like I complete presentation here. Then I will be moving to my computer and then we will be seeing there. Okay, so rightly already said it is an equilateral triangle because what is happening is that it it is starting at the center and what it is doing is that it is moving forward 60. Okay, so here in this case, the collab is having a bit difference. Like when we will do the same thing on our spider ID, its forward means right side. Okay, its initial position is right, like its mouth is right. But here you see it starts moving upwards. So the turtle by default moves up. So forward it goes 60, then it takes a 120-degree turn. So ideally the angle between these two lines becomes 60, 180 minus 120. So it becomes 60 and this is happening 3 times. So 60, 60, 60, that will be an equilateral triangle. So it has been rightly said, it will be an equilateral triangle. Okay. Any confusion in this? Okay. So So let's come to our next question. Now we have to write a program to draw a hexagon. Do anyone have any idea how we can do this?
A hexagon has an internal angle of 120 degrees.
Hmm.
So the turtle must move 60 degrees.
60 degree at once. Okay.
Yes, for 6 times.
6 times. Okay. So how can we do that? Like the rest part will be same, right?
Yes,
So
everything is the same except
Hmm.
for the numbers.
Yeah. So we will write pen dot forward. How much?
Pen dot forward, 120.
Yeah, we can write anything. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
And pen dot right will be 60 here.
60.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. So let's try. I have made something like I have put 60, 60 for both of them. Okay. So this one is the collab version. Okay. Now you see here, I am using one more thing, that is pen.clear. Okay, for the time being, I will just comment it so that you can understand why I have put this. Yeah, for others also, am I not audible or is it just for one person? Hello?
Audio is okay. It is very good.
Okay, okay.
I
So,
don't see any
They can
problem.
increase their volume. They can increase their volume locally.
yes. Okay, so if anyone is having an issue, just try to rejoin. It might be an issue from your end. Okay. So I am just commenting this so that it does not run and we can understand what is the issue if I just don't put it. Okay. If I run this, you will see the third. Okay. Yeah, actually it is initialized, right? Yeah. So I'll run this again to show you what happens here. It is making the triangle here. Now when we will try to run this hexagon, you see it will first start with the triangle already made there and then it will continue with our hexagon. Why is this happening? This is because in this case we are using the same variable name like we have used in the previous program. You see here also we had created a turtle named pen. Here also we are using a turtle named pen. So to resolve this we must use initialize turtle. That will make it to its initial form. Like whatever has been done has been done. Forget about it. Okay. So we'll just remove this and run this. You see this time the turtle appears and it makes the hexagon. Okay. So our code is like the same thing, just we are ensuring that initialized turtle is there. And in some cases, even after initializing it, some previous work remains. And many a times we need to clear the screen. Like there are 2-3 turtles we are working with. Some image has already appeared and we are going for some other thing, like we want something else. Then in that case, we can use pen.clear. This will clear, this will clear whatever has been made using this turtle before this. Okay. In case of the ID, we have even this whole screen can be cleared, but that is not available in case of collab. So there are some limitations. That is why we will be moving to spider ID after the after completing this. So clear till here. There can be other ways also. You can even put 3 here. You can put two times this whole thing. It is fine. There can be different ways, or you can even make a leftward movement. That will be fine. Okay. Okay. Now let's come to another question. Which of the following library is used in okay, is used to render data on Google Maps? Anyone knows this? Hello? Anyone? Have you heard these names? Gplot, Google Maps? Yes, please say.
I've heard Google Maps.
Okay. Google Maps, yeah, that is the thing used, right? A lot, to travel, to navigate. But anyone knows how to, how these data are rendered on the Google Maps? Like the map data, how is it rendered?
No,
Gplot,
sir.
Gplot, anyone have heard? Okay. There are different libraries. Like general, whenever we use this graph kind of things, that there matplotlib is there, matplotlib. Okay. For case of this Google Maps, there is gmplot. Okay, gmplot is the library that is used to plot the map data, because map actually does not come like a picture. Okay, it comes as a data, like some values, CSV values ideally, and it has to be plotted in the way we see it. Okay, that is done using gmplot. Okay. So now we have another question. Okay, first we will think what is coming out of it, then we will see, okay, what is coming. So the central part, the main part is same. This part will be different for Colab or Turtle. Is it visible on your screen or is it too small?
It is a little small.
Okay, so I will make, okay, let me do it like this. This one is visible, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will show it here like this. Okay, so what it is doing is that it is doing pen dot write 60. So it is moving, like first it is moving by an angle 60 towards right, then forward by 60, very similar to hexagon. Okay, then we are doing pen dot pen up. Anyone knows what is this pen up?
To change the position of the turtle.
Okay, anyone else who have some other answer for this?
I think it will not draw anything. It will just leave that line or that diagram.
Yeah, it is very similar to, like you see, when I am moving my pen in the air, nothing is being written because it is upside, right? When I put it down, then only I write something, right? It is very similar to that. Pen up is like you will move, but without leaving a trace. Okay, so whenever there is a pen up, the things that happen after that will just move the turtle there, but without writing anything. Okay, got it?
Yes,
So
sir. Understood.
then we are doing pen dot right. So again we are moving by 60 degrees and moving forward, just like we did in case of hexagon, and then we are doing pen down. And this thing we are doing 3 times. Here, 2 lines we are going, and this whole thing is being repeated 3 times. So what is your guess? What will happen here?
A spaced out dashes
In the shape of,
in the shape of half of a hexagon.
yes, in the shape of an hexagon, not half.
Partial.
Yeah, a hexagon with alternating
Yes.
sides. Okay. Anyone else who thinks another thing will come up? Because this is also my guess. I have not seen it. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, it should be a triangle
Triangle. Why?
because the range is given as 3, sir.
See. Yes. This is a very clear, like clear case where the code can be misleading, right? Since the range is given 3, the first thing that comes to anyone is like it will run 3 times, so certainly there will be 3 lines. Okay. But what has been done here is that in the first, like line 7 and 8, you see one line is being drawn. Then in line 10 and 11, another line is being followed, not drawn, because pen up is already done. Okay, so actually in one single loop we are doing two lines. So 2 multiplied by 3. So how many lines? Yeah,
So 6.
6. So instead of triangle, actually we will be doing a hexagon. Okay, so let's see this. You see, it is making one, leaving that, moving forward, again going up and staying there.
10
Staying,
rings.
yes. So yeah, something like benzene's internal rings, right? Like alternate. So in the previous class, we saw something like making patterns using stars or something. And here we are seeing, we are making actual patterns. And but here also you see the same concept. Turtle is the basic library where the same concept is being followed. But here the pixels are being covered, not one characters. Okay, that is why you are able to see continuous patterns here. Right? Okay. So as we have already discussed, just a minute. Let me go here.
Pen up.
Yeah. So which of the command is equivalent to lifting up a pen? So this is pen up, like we saw. Okay, pen up. Pen lift is not being used. Up pen is not used. Pen remove is not used. Pen up is used. And remember the name of variable we were taking in the previous two examples. We were 2-3 examples. We were taking this pen as the variable, but it is not necessary to name it pen. It is up to you. Like in case of this, I was using A or S. It is still fine. S I was using for square. To differentiate, I kept it A here. You can even write something like square, rectangle, triangle. It's up to you. Okay. So next is, what is the use of functions? Okay. Can anyone tell? We have already discussed a bit about functions earlier also. In fact, we have made many functions, right? First is to improve readability, to reuse code blocks for ease of code debugging. Okay, debugging, someone knows what is debugging?
It's to fix errors in a
Yes,
code.
yes, debug. This means we find the bug, that is the problem. We find the problem and resolve it. This is called debugging. Okay, so what can be the use of functions?
All of these.
All of the above.
All of this. Very good. Okay. So to improve readability, why? Because every time if you are writing something, first of all, the problem will be, it will be a clumsy one. Second one, the same thing if we are writing again and again, instead of that, it is much easier to keep somewhere. And ease of debugging. That means like a similar problem if it is occurring at different places, it can be solved by just correcting your function. Instead, if you would have done it inline, in that case, you would have to correct it everywhere. Okay, that is the use of function. So all of the above, this is the correct answer, and that is why the use of functions is encouraged. Okay, okay. One of this we have already seen in the class when we were importing this snake and ladder. Okay, the image. Which of the following library is used to uh, sorry, import, not music? This is yeah, import images. Anyone knows?
PIL.
PIL. Yes, PIL is the library used to import images. Okay. Yes. And this is one of the last question in snake and ladders. What will be the way to track ladders and snakes? Okay. Either can we maintain a dictionary with snake or ladder number blocks as keys? This is something related to the class. Okay. Or using if condition to check on every number, or both of these, or none of this. Dictionaries, we have already worked on dictionaries like in the previous week also, right? And if condition we are using from the starting.
Sir, A is correct because
A
we
and B
have
is correct, sir.
A and B both are correct.
yes, sir.
Yeah, dictionary actually just makes it easier for us to code and store the things. And if else and these things will actually make it a bit complex. That is why dictionary will be preferred, but both of these can be used. It is fine. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any question till here? Okay. So now we will move on to the desktop and try the, yeah. Now,
I think last question's answer is both A and B, right?
yes, both A and B, that is the answer C. Okay. So let me just do the setup.
Can you please show me the last question once again?
Okay, I'll just show you. That question, okay, just a minute. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So now we will be moving on to our desktop to check the difference. Okay, we have done already, we have coded all of this using Colab, but it is a bit difficult to actually do that in Colab. Okay, and some program, in fact, you will like find it a bit difficult to do it on Colab because it has limited functionality and we cannot export the program. So it is much easier to do it on the IDE. Okay. So is my screen visible? Okay, I will have to stop it here.
I am using Spider, sir. So
Yes,
Spider, I don't see any challenges actually.
yes, Spider is actually fine, but there will be many people who will be using this mobiles. They will not have Spider or tabs to do the code. That is why I thought it well to like don't to discourage them. Like many of them will be thinking like now onwards we cannot continue from here, right? So just to make it easier, so I am doing both so that you can understand that it can be done even on the collab, not an issue. Okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So now my screen will be visible, I think. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So you see, this is exactly the same code. Increase it. It will be better visible now. Okay. Like when we were drawing the triangle. So there will be some basic difference. Like the turtle will not be like a turtle. The turtle will be more like a an arrow. We can change the shape by uh, yeah. When I run this, just I think there is.
It looks like 2 times we have to run, sir. Actually, this is the same thing I have faced.
Yes,
If you click on twice actually on this triangle, while running,
yes,
then only it will run. I have faced the same problem in the spider. If
yeah,
you do twice,
yeah,
I don't know the reason for it, but
yeah.
that's what is happening.
Maybe some bug inside this program.
Spider. Okay.
Yeah, you see, in this case, the difference, the first difference here is that in case of collab, it was starting going upwards. Here it is going forward, rightwards. Okay, so that is one basic difference, and the other difference is that it looks like an arrow here. Okay, very similar. The next thing is that one we were doing hexagon, right? Here you see the same hexagon. I have tried making it by doing it twice. Okay, like one confusion we had in another program is that how just using a range 3 it was creating the whole hexagon, right? Hexagonal pattern. So if we do 2 lines in one loop, in fact it is the same thing repeated twice. Okay, so let's run it. I think again the same issue is not
Click twice, it will run.
clicking twice it is running. Okay, let
Hmm.
me try that. Just a minute. Yeah, now it will. Yeah, you see in this case it is creating the hexagon, but the same thing, it is starting from here, and first it is turning right and going like this, not going upwards. Okay, same thing we are getting here also. Okay, and one more question, that was where we were doing this pen up thing, right? So if we run this, let me do it twice. Still it didn't work. Okay, I'll check what is the issue with this. There must be some solution, right? That is not yet. You see, in this case, the same thing, just inverted a bit. Okay, alternating hexagon. Right. One thing, I don't know whether it will run here or not. This is a code I created. This is like a small game. Okay, where you can play it, but yeah, whether it will run here or not, I am not sure because it's having some issues. This is just to demonstrate what you can do just using Turtle, and Turtle is considered the basic library, like basic library of graphics. Like that is not a very advanced one. Okay, you see here, I created a game. In fact, no, why it's not working here. Yeah, I actually created it using a different program, VS Code. Okay, so ideally this ball should be like moving, and you can use this to control the control using your keyboard and play, like just revert it back whenever it hits, and this can be done very easily. Like you see, I will share this code also, not an issue. I'll share this code, and in fact I'll someday I will try to make this on VS Code and run it for you. Okay, so till here, is it fine?
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Okay, so any questions?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
In week 8, sir.
Okay.
Not with respect to the assignments.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I have raised it, but I don't know. Like they are saying actually import CV2. So
Okay.
I don't know what is that import CV2 is. I have raised the question.
Okay.
Can I share my screen so that?
Yeah. Please, I will stop sharing once. Mhm. Yeah.
Share. How do I do, sir? Share.
Just
Here, this arrow.
yeah,
Present now.
present now. Yeah, you can share the
Enter.
entire.
So this is the question I have asked. I have already raised, sir. Actually.
Mhm.
Sorry. Import CV2 was there is in this video at 10:59. Just
Okay.
let me play.
Yeah.
So that yeah, here this import CV2 is there.
Yeah.
So what is this actually? I'm not able to follow. When I raise this question, they are saying actually DL just like install speech recognition. I think you can install OpenCV as
Yeah.
well
You,
to use CV2. They are saying where to
yeah.
install this actually. Like
See,
should
not
we go here?
yeah. Using I think using pip or conda also you can do that. But the best way you will be just search search for that district package like OpenCV. Okay, on the internet you will get it. Okay?
Oh,
OpenCV.
from the internet, huh?
Yeah, you
From
can
the
find it. In fact, all these libraries are mostly easily available on internet. Okay, you just search OpenCV, you will get it, and you
oh,
install it. Then only it will work because as we have discussed earlier, also it is not easy to build everything inside one single software. Okay, so there are some basic things. Then there are some libraries that are directly available to us. Then there are something that needs to be installed. Okay, like that, those are not available with the basic package. Okay, so we can do all this. So this OpenCV is actually the name itself is OpenCV is something which is OpenSS library available for everyone. You can download it and use it from the internet.
okay. So they will give the source code, sir. That means, or
Yeah, since it is open source, you will get source code also, but I think they will directly give you this library file .lib. The library is having something like .lib is the extension, or directly they might give you some software to install it. I think I will have to
oh,
check. I have not used that perfectly, so I will also have to check.
okay.
But
Thank
these
you.
are available on. Yeah. Anyone else is having any doubt? Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, so see you all in the next class. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.